Hello everyone, let's talk about the farm in Isla Sinaloa. Now farming is actually very important for the game. This is where you're going to get resources to donate and get two different buildings. One is going to be the clothing store after donating cotton, and the other building is going to be the restaurant after donating 12 eggs and 12 pieces of milk, or 12 bottles of milk. So in order to do that, we need to plant the crops first, and that is where we need to talk to Piao. He will sell us different seeds. In the beginning, just that is going to be cotton, and the two other seeds to grow food for the animals in the farm. I already have this one here, so I'm going to plant this, which is eventually is going to give us hay for the cows. Now, as you notice, the first stage is just a seed. Once we plant that, it'll show you a drop of water that we can later water, and then we're going to wait for 6 hours until we can water it again. This is because it takes several steps or several stages for the plant to grow until the point where we can collect the product that we want to get from it. So we need to go through 8 different steps. This means that we'll need to come back here to the farm and water our crops 8 times. So that's going to be a total of 2 days doing that. But that's okay because as you already know, there are many activities here in Isla Sinaloa. So I'll return to show you how this looks after 1 day of watering the plant each 6 hours. And then we'll see the final product after doing this for 2 days. Hello again, so we are back after 1 day watering the plant every 6 hours. Now this plant here, you can see that it says that it needs water, and it's giving us a time frame which is 65 hours. This means that I still have 65 hours to water it before it goes bad or it withers. So I'm going to do that right now just to show you what happens after we do this. And it'll show back the 6 hours time frame. Now it has a clock, meaning that we just simply we need to wait until that time has passed to water it again. This is going to happen again another 4 times because we need to water this, as I said before, 8 times. It's going to be 2 days if we do this exactly every 6 hours. But like you just saw before, the game will give you enough time frame to do more activities or something else if certain day you feel that working on the farm is not something you want to do. So you still have enough day to do that later. Just keep in mind that after that time frame, you will need to start from the very beginning. So be careful with that. But that's going to be it for this day. I'm going to return now with the final product, and then I'm going to show you something that's also special here in the farm, which is going to be the animals. Alright, so we are done watering the plant. It has been 2 days after I started, and now I can finally collect the hay from this. After doing so, you'll notice that it's going to wither. This means that it would not produce more hay, even if I try to water it. So let's see what happens, or if it gives me the option. So even though if I click here, it's not going to recover. So the only option that we have left is going to be to actually clean this tile by doing this. So that's the cycle of the crops. You will plant the seed, water it, and then just get the product and start again from scratch. Now I want to show you what happens when we interact with the animals that we have here. Now in order for us to produce or get some milk, we need to feed these animals 1 day before. So right now I'm going to interact with the basket that we have here. It's going to ask us if we want to feed the cow. Since I just got some hay, I can do that. And tomorrow I'll be able to get milk from that cow. Now I already have some corn as well. You can see it here. So I can interact with this, with the chickens, the feeding bowl that is in here. You can also feed the chicken, and it's going to start to eat. And this is going to, again, I'm going to get an egg on the next day. Now there's a this number here that represents the time that you've been feeding the animals in consecutive days. Since I haven't done that right now, it is on 0. So next day it'll show 1, and it'll just continue growing if we continue feeding the animals. This is important because after a certain number of days, let's check this one. It is the same for the cows. So it says that we'll get a new chicken each time all chickens are fed for 3 days in a row. Right now we only have 1, so we need to feed this one for 3 days in a row to get another one. We will lose a chicken each time all chickens have not been fed for 3 days in a row. So it's important to keep them well fed. And we'll always have 1 animal, but the maximum is 4 of them. This is the same for chickens as it is for cows. So this is how you're going to be getting more resources from your farm. As you can see, again, there's a big area. We only got 1 tile, but you can get all of this completely filled with different crops as you plant different seeds and water them. I hope that this information has been useful for you. I'll be back with more videos showing you more activities and more important information from Isla Sinaloa. So until then, goodbye.